Washington, D.C. The World Bank warned on Tuesday that weaker growth in all three of the world's largest economies, the United States, Europe, and China, will push the global economy perilously near to a recession this year. The World Bank, which provides loans to less developed nations for development initiatives, stated in its annual report that it has nearly halved its earlier expectation for global growth this year from 3% to just 1.7%. If that prediction comes true, it will rank behind only the severe recessions brought on by the 2008 global financial crisis and the pandemic in 2020 as the worst yearly expansion in the past 3 decades. Additionally, a weakened Chinese economy will probably hurt Europe, a longtime significant exporter to China. The World Bank research also mentioned how higher interest rates will draw capital from poorer nations, depriving them of essential domestic investment. Developed economies like the United States and Europe are examples of this. The paper added that at a time when Russia's war of Ukraine has kept global food prices high, these high borrowing rates will hinder growth in wealthy nations. According to David Malpass, president of the World Bank, weakness in growth and business investment will aggravate the already disastrous reversals in education, health, poverty, and infrastructure, as well as the mounting pressures from climate change. The report comes after Kristalina Georgieva, the president of the International Financing Organization, made a similarly pessimistic prediction a week earlier. On CBS Face the Nation, Georgieva predicted that this year will see recessions in 1/3 of the world's economies. This year will be harder than the one we leave behind for the majority of the global economy, according to Georgieva. Why? Because the three big economies, US, EU, China, are all slowing down simultaneously. The bank predicts that developing nations would do better, with growth of 3.4% this year, the same as in 2022, but still only expanding at a rate that is around half that of 2021. Brazil's growth is predicted to decline to 0.8% in 2023 from 3% this year. It predicts that Pakistan's economy would grow by only 2% this year, or 1/3 less quickly than in 2017. Other economists have expressed similarly pessimistic predictions, albeit most of them are not quite as terrible. JP Morgan economists forecast sluggish growth this year for developed economies and the world at large, but they do not foresee a global recession. Last month, the bank predicted that slowing inflation will bolster consumers' ability to spend and power growth in the United States and elsewhere.